Probably wondering where we are because we're late. Dave was running late, and I said, "Oh, I won't tell Andy that we're running late because he'll be late anyway." Not amused, are you?
Me? That's fair. I'm always late.
Anyway, yeah, Lunar Rescue. I'll show you just quickly then while we wait. Um, oh, where is it? This one. So basically, I worked on the code for landing,
Yeah.
and what you'll see here, look, I'll show you now. If it hasn't bombed, has it crashed? No. I feel like that's frozen. Yeah. Oh, that's fuse anyway. No wonder that's the wrong one. I found fuse to be quite unreliable
Yeah.
with like if you leave it idle,
Okay.
it tends to get stuck.
Right.
There's a couple of other bugs that I found in it that are also a bit annoying. Anyway, that's fuse. Getting out of the way. Yeah, it'd be fun to do that. Something like Smurf. It wouldn't be that hard, I don't think.
No.
Um, all right. Hey, Darren. Hope you're good. We're not coding tonight. We're doing Star Trek, but we are just waiting for Dave, who's been held up. So I'm just talking and letting Andy know that Darren was here last night, so he saw the work I was doing. I had a bit of a nightmare with a couple of things at the beginning. I just couldn't. I'd just come back, and I'd flown, and I was tired, and my brain wasn't working as well as it normally is. But there was a few little bugs which I fixed, like when it was launching, it was drawing the player and the asteroids in the wrong place.
Right.
Um, but now I've got it all set up, and now when I remove the platforms, as you can see, you get more asteroids automatically. And I added a system for drawing them in top to bottom order when they're
Right.
new, which means there's no flicker. But more importantly, you can land on any of the platforms now.
Oh.
But it doesn't do anything. But if you watch, remember there was like a flicker.
Yeah.
So if you watch here, you'll see. All right, white is for crash now. But you see, just before the white, you'll see there was a very little bit of magenta. Did you see it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then, but
Yeah, I see the
but
flicker in the top
yeah,
couple of
if you
pixels.
look at this one though, you see that it's green.
Okay.
You see that's green, yeah? You see a flash of green.
The stream's buffering and
And if you watch this one, you should get a flash of yellow. See it?
hold on, about half a cycle behind you. Yeah. Hi Dave.
Hello.
Hello.
How you doing?
It's always pleasant to
About.
hear those dulcet tones.
But I'm here now. Apologies for being late. It's
Absolutely no problem. No need to
out of
explain.
my control.
All, all good. Right. Actually, look, if I go slowly, Andy, you'll see it a lot better. Right, so if I land on this one, look, I'll go real slow on the old fuel and then you'll see. Boom, right? Touch. Yeah, do you see that?
Yeah.
Yeah, so basically, like each platform, if it's the first one, it's blue, red. It's not. I'm not going to use that, but it's like a border, so that I can show that
Yeah.
I'm actually. Not only do I know I've landed, I know which platform I've landed on.
Yeah.
And that's all done now. Like you can land on any of the platforms, and it'll know which one. So all good. We haven't been on long, Dave. Actually, I had a bit of a mess about trying to find my headphone cable, so
Okay.
I was ill prepared, and Andy was late. You know, just one of those,
Actually, I was
It was a
here.
lot easier.
just the usual.
It's a lot easier when we were kids and we had all the time in the world.
You're not gracing us with your camera today, Dave?
I
Yeah.
turned it on already.
I can,
Oh.
I can see him on Discord.
Yeah, it's not coming on. It's not come on the stream,
That's peculiar.
isn't it?
I'm definitely on. Let me turn it off. Back on
Let's have a
again.
look. Right. Okay.
Oh, you've turned into a glitch on Discord.
Right. Okay. You're on there now. Yes, I can see you. Perhaps it's just on my PC. You know,
Yeah, I've got
'Cause the OBS is just showing my PC. So yeah, you're there now. Larger than life.
this is what I've sent you. I've sent you what I see.
Is it an improvement?
Of course not.
No comment.
Hello, Daz.
Oh, I suppose I should try.
I said, of course not. Not no comment.
Okay. What have we got there? Oh, yes. The old interdimensional shift, huh?
Mm.
Anyway, we're all good. So, previously on Star Trek 25th anniversary. So we managed to complete episode 7, but or at least we felt like we did. I think we
We
just
got
we figured
nearly
it all out.
everything done. Yeah, and there was one glitch, one horrible, nasty bug.
Yeah, classic 90s gaming.
Yeah.
90s gaming
But
at
you
its
think it'd be
finest.
fixed now? Are you not playing the GOG version?
I am, yeah. Oh, they
It's
don't.
been
They
more
don't,
than 25 years.
They don't bother with
Usually it's a
fixing
fan-made
those
patch or something
glitches.
that gets added in.
Yeah, that's possibly the case. But yeah, I don't know. This is not what you might call an old-time classic that people are still playing regularly.
No,
Is
but
it?
it has its merits. Oh, you're back. The
I'm-
glitch is gone.
Ah, I see. Well, yeah, well, I'm just trying to. I am the glitch.
Yeah, I get that it's not looked at in the same way that Monkey Island is, for example, but we've certainly enjoyed it so far. We've
Oh, well, listen, I've loved it, but I mean, I think
Yeah.
it's the reason I've enjoyed
its
it so
flaws.
much is one, it's Star Trek, and two, it's like the three of us, and I don't think I would have bothered otherwise.
Yeah. You would end up getting the walkthrough out and just following the walkthrough
Yeah, and
step
then
by step,
and
and
saying you'd done it, and it's not.
Yeah.
These games are just completely kind of resurrected though for something like Twitch because they're quite
Yeah.
fun to follow.
you
I'm
can see
just-
what's happening. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just wondering what. You see, I mean, it wouldn't work, would it? If I was playing Doom with you two there or something, it just wouldn't work.
No, you would have to do. We would have nothing really to do other than. Did you remember to pick up that key, or did we
Yeah.
not see that bit
Yeah.
back there? And it's a bit disjointed.
Unless we kind of hooked, unless we were all playing it as a kind of, you know,
We
battle.
vote on which way to go.
There's some really good. I mean, I'm a big fan of co-op games, you know. And there are some really good co-op games, and DOS ones included. I mean, we used to play. in my office, when I was a music promoter, we had an office and we had like 4 computers in there, and I would install SWAT. Do you remember that game, SWAT?
I don't think I played it, but I know it. Yeah.
And so basically it was like it was all linked up. So this is like, I mean, the internet was a thing, but it wasn't huge. So we had like it was like a LAN party basically. And you had basically 4 SWAT officers, and there'd be like someone held in a hostage in the house, and then you've got to break in the house and rescue the hostages, and you got to coordinate, right? Like, you go outside and you go through the window, and I'll look under the door with a little camera and see what's going on, and like, right, 3, 2, 1, kick the door in, and then I'll smash through it was good fun.
Yeah, I get that. It was always MUDs that I played, and they were almost all of it. Yeah, almost all of what you did on those was cooperative. You would be doing it in a group of maybe 2 or 3 people, 5, 6, 10, 20, 30. And occasionally you would be playing against other people. There would be combat and PvP stuff. And I always felt that was better if it was rare but costly. It had big impacts when it happened. But yeah, it was mostly cooperative, and I enjoyed the cooperative aspect of it, definitely. Well, I couldn't go back to playing an online game now.
I was working at a uni, and I kept taking, and it was during the summer. I was like, I was a sort of media technician, And what in those days, what a media technician did was like audio visual. This was in the early 90s, so mid 90s. Audio visual was kind of separate from computers.
Yeah.
Like, so you had people were still using camcorders and VHS cassette and like everything like that, projectors and slide projectors and all kinds of stuff. So my job was, it was while I was in my final year, and my job was like, it was like a part-time job, but because I knew about all that tech, it was like if a lecturer had a problem with a slide projector or whatever, then I'd go in and help them, And then if they needed a specific VHS player or whatever, we had them all like racked up and said, oh, so and so's ordered a VHS player for today, and they need a TV in the room, or we had these big CRTs on wheels and everything like this, But anyway, I digress. During the summer, it was really quiet, right? But you were still paid because it was a full-time job. So I used to take breaks and go and play on some kind of MUD on the computers there. Some kind of dungeon that was. I know there was lots of orcs. That's about all I remember.
Yeah, I enjoyed MUDs, but yeah, it was definitely cooperative. And when you mentioned what you did with SWAT, there was that kind of thing going on with MUDs. Obviously, you weren't a SWAT team, but you do this and I'll do that, and I'll do something else, and you do something else.
Well, I remember it was quite fun because you'd meet someone who'd been playing it for like 3 or 4 months.
These are the voyages of the Starship Enterprise.
And they'd help you. They'd say, "Oh, here's a bit of gold, and here, have this sword."
To explore strange new worlds, to discover new life and new civilizations, to boldly go where no man has gone before.
It's a bit glitchy.
Yeah, it is.
Demon World.
Demon World.
Demon World.
Though the Enterprise's primary mission is peaceful
Captain Patterson reports the Republic is in position and ready to...
The Republic is on it.
Right, episode 7. Hey. Oh. I guess, are we alright to go from here? Will this avoid the glitch?
Is this the first time we've been in this room then?
Well, gentlemen, let's see if we can re-establish power.
Yeah, I think we'll be all right from here then. Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope so, because I haven't got another one. We'd have to go back to episode 6. So that'd be a nightmare. Keep an eye on the chat anyway. Have we got anyone in?
We've said hello to Daz.
To Daz, yes.
But that's the only person so far who's made themselves known.
All right. Oh, sorry about that, guys. I just pressed the wrong button. I'm just trying to stop that glitchy thing that happens. Right, there we go. Right, who's so what we're gonna do, guys, for those watching now or indeed later. Have we lost the screen on the stream?
Yes.
Right, let me see if I can get it back. I don't know what's gone on there.
Back. Going.
Well, we had this before, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was the same thing with the flashing.
And,
I think it was
what
related to the
what was
flashing.
the solution in the end?
Anything that's over the top of that screen makes it flicker.
Well, yeah, and that's the thing. I've moved it now. I put something over the screen, and then is it? Oh no! Oh, I see. It's gonna. Okay, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'm gonna have to. Is it lost on Discord as well?
No, in Discord, it's right now. It's fine in Discord.
Right. Okay. There's some weird crackly noise, isn't there?
Yeah.
Okay, hang on a sec. No, that's not it.
It's like a little tapping sound.
Yeah.
Daz says the game audio is a bit loud, so
All right. I'll work on that as well. Yeah, no problem. It's
Yeah.
always the-
we'll come back to that one. Daz, we're not ignoring you there, but we know the screen's going and we're working on that. I say we. I'm doing nothing.
Well, giving words of encouragement, which is always
Yeah.
welcome.
Moral support.
Right. Okay, I think we're back.
I
with that
believe
now.
in you. So the stream looks okay. Yep.
I think we can, stretch it out a little. I think that's all right. That's good. In the middle, maybe. There we go. And the audio is a bit loud. Yeah. Okay. I'll just bring it down a little touch like that. Now, hopefully. If I just go in and out, hopefully that's going to solve that, right? Yeah, I think we're okay.
Still,
I think we're all set.
it's a little bit of a crackle, but it's not the end of the world.
Just in those moments when the music is quite loud, right? That's when you get a bit of drown out. All right. Well, listen. I might as well work on that.
Oh, it's stuttery.
Yeah, I wouldn't worry about the stutter. It tends to do that when I'm multitasking, right? I'm not,
Okay. Okay.
it's like I'm not in the game with the mouse and stuff. I'm just going to try and adjust the volumes. Oh, it's already really low. I don't think there's too much I can do with that. Well, to be honest, I don't really want to fiddle about with it all that much. Hello, Primal, by the way.
Good evening.
I'll tell you what I'll do, though. We'll turn the game music off for now. That's not so bad, is it?
Fine.
That'll do, because we've already been through this. Okay then, who's on the walkthrough? Because what we're going to do, guys, we actually solved this. We went through the whole thing. We more or less got to the end. Then we found out there was a bug. And a room or something that the weapons was... Yeah, we couldn't access the weapons room because of this bug. So what we're going to do to sort of expedite matters is we're going to go through it with a walkthrough guide. And...
So I bookmarked it. I can give the walkthrough instructions if you like.
All right. Well, let's find out where we're at then, because I think was there anything to do in here? I think we had to open this cupboard, didn't we?
Yes.
Or was it here?
There was a cupboard on the...
Oh well, let me see what we've got. Oh, we've already got it. The syringe and the laser cutter.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got those. So we need to get the cable from outside this door.
Yeah, that's right. That thing on the floor just there, right?
No. I don't know
You
what that
failed
is,
to
but
obtain.
there's a cable hanging from the ceiling there.
You've taken the cable.
Okay.
Um,
So Dave, we're in the medical area, and we've just taken the next to the medical area. We've got the laser cutter and the syringe, and we
Yeah.
just picked up a cable. So can you figure out where?
So
we're
it says
at?
get the cable hanging from the door
Yeah.
and use the beam on the pile blocking it. Then finally use your phaser and maximum red on the pile to disintegrate it. So do we have the beam yet?
No. No, we haven't got the beam.
Do we
We've
have
got
the
to use
saw?
We've got to use the saw, and we get the beam from the
Yeah.
bridge.
Yeah. We haven't done that step yet. Do we have the saw?
Yeah, we do.
Did I see the saw?
Yeah, you did see the saw.
I see the saw.
You saw the saw by the seashore. Which, if I'm not mistaken, you actually quoted that tongue twister on your show just last week, didn't you?
She sells seashells on the sea shore.
You know, what's your favourite tongue twister, Dave?
I don't know. I guess that one. I've never thought of favourites before. That's the one I went to. That must be. I could have chosen
Well, my second
any of them.
favourite, my second favourite is the one. I'm not a pheasant plucker. I'm a pheasant plucker's son. If I wasn't plucking pheasants, I'd be plucking pheasant sons. That's a good one.
I understand why that's a good one. Yes.
But my favourite one is from the. Have you seen the film The Jerk?
No.
But it's a very funny film with Steve Martin back when he was funny, and he says, he's there with his girlfriend, and he says, "There's something I've been trying to say for a really long time, and I feel now finally I can say it." And she says, "Go on then," and he says, "I slit the sheet I slit, upon the slitted sheet I sit." Anyway, that's a good one.
Wonder why I've not seen that film. Maybe that's one I should watch.
You should. It's very amusing. Yeah.
Steve Martin is
The
good.
other favorite, my other favorite line from that movie is Steve Martin is as a child he's adopted by a sort of country, by a black family living in the sort of country, you know, like in a shack
Mhm.
in the middle of the South, you know.
Yeah.
And they say, and they find him and decide to bring him up as his own, you know. And then, I don't want to spoil it really. But have you seen it, Andy?
No.
And then one day, he says, one day I woke up and I heard the radio and there was this amazing music, right? And it's this really boring white music, you know, do 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 do, and he's like, I can't believe it, this is my thing, and he because like this previously it shows him like they're singing the blues and he can't do it, right? And then when he hears this muzak, he's like, I can do it. This is it. It's speaking to me. This music, it's amazing, you know. And then And then the dad says to the mother, he says, "Mama, I think it's about time we told him the truth." Right? And he says, "Naven," he says, "Yes, Pa." He says, "We got to tell you something." "What is it?" He says, "You're not our natural son." but his reaction is priceless. He goes, and he looks really, really shocked and like hugely kind of disappointed. And he goes, You mean I'm going to stay this color?" It's so funny. Anyway, then he goes out into the world and has... It's a little bit like a sort of... like a sort of Forrest Gump, but funnier, you know?
And is he a jerk? Is that the whole point of it?
Yeah, he's like... Because he's just socially completely useless and awkward, and he's like incredibly innocent, you know? With girls
Is he...
and with...
Is he a bad guy, though?
No, not at all. Not
Right,
at all.
right, because that's what jerk kind of means now.
Yeah. Well, it just means like the idiot, you know?
Yeah, I get you.
In
Look at
that
this jerk
sense.
here.
He's just he's very naive and but he has a bit like Forrest Gump. He accidentally becomes really successful, and then you know it's funny though. It's a good movie. It's a very early Steve Martin film as well. I think it's from about 1980 or something.
It's passed me by. It's the kind of thing that I would have watched on the TV when it came on, but I haven't seen it.
Now I've lost the mouse here for some reason. Oh, it's okay. I'm back. Okay. Okay, so we need to use the laser cutter.
The saw.
This one, laser saw, is it? Laser hacksaw. On this beam.
No, that's not a
here.
laser hacksaw. We haven't got the saw.
Nothing happens.
Have we not?
No, we need to get the saw. The saw's a saw.
What's that?
That is a laser scalpel,
Oh,
which
what
isn't
do we use
good
that
enough
for?
to do what this. I might use it for something else.
I think we cut the other cable with it, maybe. Oh, okay.
We
All
might
right,
have
where's
used
the
it in the door mechanism.
The auxiliary control room.
You are on what's left of the bridge of
Okay, so what's the
You are on what's left of the bridge of
So we need to go to auxiliary control and use Spock's tricorder on the door and Captain Kirk on the panel.
Well, I don't
And
believe
then we can
this.
pick
Is
up.
it- Oh no, it's okay. Sorry, I thought there was a problem with the mouse because it won't go to the top half of the screen, but actually, you don't need to.
Maybe that's why you can't go to the top half. Yeah, so now you use Spock's tricorder on the door and then Captain Kirk on the panel and then pick up the saw.
Readings of the door indicate a jam in the gear mechanism.
What kind
Tricorder
of jam?
indicates that the panel is currently...
Oh, we
Use Captain Kirk
look, we
on
got
the panel.
We're gonna have to start again, guys. Look, did you see what happened? Oh,
Oh, it's clicking through all the dialogues.
Tricorder indicates that the panel is currently...
yeah. Okay, it won't take a second. It's annoying, but it.
Save new game. Replace previous game.
Sorry about this, guys. It's just
It is.
DOSBox glitches. They tend. Well, the problem is, right? It kind of works until you go out and back in again, which of course you end up doing a few times
Mm-hmm.
when you're you know, when you're setting things up on the stream. Okay. So just bear with us a second. We will be back very quickly. Yeah, Steve Martin did some really good films in the 80s, you know, like Planes,
Oh, yeah.
Trains and Automobiles is very funny as well, isn't it?
Yeah. One of my favourites.
Dirty Rotten Scoundrels is kind of okay.
Probably my least favourite.
What's another one? What's another good one he did at the time? The Man with Two Brains. Have you seen that? That's good.
God, yes. That is brilliant.
Parenthood, Father of the Bride.
Yeah, no, that's
Father
when
of the
he
Bride, I
went.
think, was when it's.
That's when he went
yeah,
a bit
it's-
rubbish.
yeah, it kind of. Him and a lot of other comedians kind of they had a thing, and you saw the thing in each film, and eventually I think we got fed up with it a bit.
Well, they just became mainstream. You know, they became big box office by that time.
Don't know that that's so much the problem in itself. I don't know what it is. We get fed up with them. It's the same happened with Jim Carrey or Jim Carrey, and
Yeah.
it just I don't know if it is necessarily because they became mainstream or they just
Space,
the films became
the final frontier.
just vehicles for them, and it ended up being
Yeah,
poor
yeah.
as a result. I don't know,
Mm.
but it always seemed to follow a pattern. We loved it, and then we get too much of it, and then we get sick of it.
Though the Enterprise's prime
Captain Patterson reports.
The Republic is arming weapons.
It's a
and
bit like the
raising ships.
difficult second
I
album
suggest we do the
syndrome,
same.
isn't it? Where there's a lot of pressure on them
Yeah,
to create a good movie after they've had a
the difficult fifth film.
yeah, something like that. Because Jim Carrey, up until like, well, The Mask was, you know, that was very entertaining.
I saw Ace Ventura: Pet Detective at the cinema after 4 or 5 beers, and I was crying with laughter.
There you go. Okay, so I've just done the scan there.
Can you see the saw? Yeah, that's it there.
Is that it there?
Yeah. Surely. There we go.
You retrieve the molecular saw.
But isn't there
To
like,
you,
isn't there there's a sort of mysterious? Oh, there's a grate there, isn't there? Or
yeah. Now you to use Spock on the panel.
use Spock on the door panel.
Sorry, no, sorry, Kirk. Sorry, that's my mistake.
It's all right. Oh yeah, Roxanne was all right. I
The
guess that
panel
was
has been
almost like at
fastened
the end
shut
of his
with
good
some kind of
films.
sealant.
Right, it's some kind of sealant.
Okay.
So we're going to use this thing.
Try that one, yeah. It's out of order on the. This isn't the order the walkthrough does it, but
The drill
That's how to do it.
The seal of the panel.
Yeah,
made the dentist sound.
it did, didn't it? Okay, next.
Next, go to the bridge.
Okay. There's a film that Steve Martin did with Lily Tomlin called All of Me. I remember that one not being too bad. It's a body swap film, you know. There was a lot of them at the time.
Hmm.
I don't know if you've seen that one.
Don't know that I have. It sounds like the kind of film. I don't mean this in a bad way about him, but those kind of films are not necessarily memorable.
Yeah.
So we use the saw and the beam, and we'll get the beam.
I quite
The
liked some of
molecular
those
saw
very
easily
early Tom
cuts
Hanks
through the
movies.
beam
Did you ever watch
separate
that at the
from
time?
hull. You pick up the beam.
I mean,
It's
of
a
course, I
little
was a
heavy,
teenager
but
at the
you
time, but
manage
things like Bachelor Party and The Man with One Red Shoe, I don't know if you ever saw those.
Don't know if I saw those or not. Bachelor Party, probably I saw.
But yeah, I mean, it's very cute, crude, oily sort of humour
Yeah.
that teenage boys enjoy, you know.
Yeah, and they lent heavily into giving the impression that you were claiming to see a comedy film, but really you were going to see some action, and it was going to be you'd be able to plausibly deny that you were trying to see the action, but it was going to be there. That kind of thing going on.
Yes. And of course, then you've got Chevy Chase as well,
Yeah,
He was
Apparently, he's a
huge.
very, very unpleasant man.
Well, I think he was, but I think he's not quite as unpleasant as he used to be.
Just think, I remember Caddyshack very fondly.
Oh yeah. Rodney Dangerfield's so funny, isn't
Yes.
he? He's one of those guys you just walk in the room and you're already laughing before he's even said anything. Okay, next.
So use the beam there, and then you use the phaser on red on the pile now that you've supported it.
Yeah, so we use the beam
Yep.
on there.
Yep.
Okay.
And
Maybe
now
I should step back.
phaser on red.
Gentlemen, phasers to kill.
I wonder how many times they actually said set phasers to kill, because I bet it wasn't very often at all.
Turbolift 2, Captain.
No, quite often they would say instead maximum setting.
Yeah, maximum. They certainly said that in Next Generation. That was a bit of a euphemism.
Yeah.
Um,
Primal saying yes, Bill Murray as well. Now, yeah, Bill Murray. Well, Bill Murray actually was one of the few that maintained his quite a good quality of film for a more extended
I know that
period.
Ryan Reynolds has said that he's trying not to appear in film because he thinks people will get fed up with him. So he must have the presence of mind to realise that. So exit stage left, use Kirk on the closet and use the hypo spray in the top canister to get oil and the engineering journals.
You mean we're going to engineering?
Captain, I'm picking up.
It just says exit stage left.
Source in the immediate vicinity.
Well, I remember that we had like.
If we're trying to do it the way the walkthrough, we need to go to, when it says exit stage left, then we should be going to
Nothing to report, Captain.
use Kirk on the closet and use the hypo spray in the top canister to get oil and the engineering journal. So we need to go to whatever room that is.
Yeah, that's all in the engine. I think this is exit stage left right here. This door here. Right? That's the engineering. That goes to engineering. That's where the journals and everything is. But I'm concerned that there's something wrong with the door, because is there nothing there that says that we've got to...
No, it just says get the cable hanging from the door, use the beam on the pile blocking it, finally use your phaser on maximum red on the pile to disintegrate it. In engineering, use Spock's tricorder on the debris pile. You also use your phaser on maximum and then pick up the power pack, then exit stage left. So sorry, I've misread that. I've seen phaser and maximum, so on the same thing. So use Spock's tricorder on the debris pile, and then use your phaser on maximum. Did you use the tricorder on the debris pile first?
No, but I can see that there is a debris pile there.
Good.
So we'll go and needed to get Kirk out of the way.
I'm picking up a high-energy power source somewhere under the debris. I recommend caution, Captain.
And then what? Use
your phaser on maximum on the debris pile, which is totally contrary to what Spock's just said.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Jim, is that what I think it is?
Yes, Doctor. It is a portable fusion power pack.
A few centimeters lower with that phaser and half this section would be history, not to mention us.
Actually, Doctor, 3.2 centimeters. And based on our proximity to the explosion and the angle of the beam.
Thank you, Spock. I think we get the point.
Now pick it up and then exit stage left.
Some of these actors, like Bill Murray, they're also really good when they do
pack.
something straight, like Lost in Translation, you know. He was so good in that. You know, it was funny, but it wasn't like deliberately. It was just the situations that he got himself into.
Here we go. Use Kirk on the closet.
Kirk's coming out of the closet.
believe that's what they count as a closet. That's a cupboard, not a closet.
Yes,
Shocking.
it's definitely.
The closet opens, revealing a library of engineering technical journals.
it's
Use the
barely even a
hypo
cupboard.
spray. Use the hypo spray on the top canister.
Oh, I see. Okay, well,
You fail to obtain.
I'll get the journals anyway.
You take the engineering technical journals.
And then use the hyperspray. We did all of this. For those watching, we did all of this. We
Yeah.
did work it out. We're not
Yeah.
cheating.
Yeah,
It's
let's
just
give
that-
the viewers an explanation. There is a glitch in the game, and if you do things in slightly the wrong order, you get soft locked, and it's not your fault. It's not our fault for doing it. So we're following a walkthrough to avoid that happening again.
Now,
Um,
I'm going to use these cables. I've only got one cable at the moment, though.
close the closet door once you're finished. That better not give you points.
And it does.
All right.
Use the science tricorder on the machine.
The machine. The thing in the middle here.
Yep, I guess that's the
This
machine.
is an engineering circuit junction box. It is used for temporary rerouting of power. Without using one of these devices set to the proper impedance, an overload can occur.
On the black area, that must be the up the ladder there. Or maybe it's that black area.
No, it's
Use it
this
on
one.
lots of things.
The impulse
Yeah.
engines are intact, Captain. We could use the fusion reactors from the impulse engines to restore power.
Can we reroute the power lines?
We should be able to, Captain, if we can find a suitable supply of power cable. We will need to route the power through a junction box so we can...
Right. So
It
we've
doesn't
got
want us
one-
doing
we've
that
got-
yet.
Well, we've got one cable. So
Yeah,
can
well,
we-
let's follow
leave
the
it.
walkthrough order.
fair enough. Yeah. Let's not trigger a bug. So are we done in this room?
Yeah, exit right
Think
and
about
then
what we need
down.
to do there.
Right and then down. And go to the transporter room and pick up the cable.
This turbo lift cannot reach that area of the ship.
Oh, I thought that one was to there, but I guess it's that way. Sorry, guys. Go back there. That's where though.
The different turbo lifts can get to different areas. Okay. Pick up the cable. Is it a cable? Or do you need to go into? Do you need to go into that door on the
failed
left
to
then to get to the
obtain
transporter room?
I seem to remember that there was a cable in here. Yes, but I thought it was at the back there somewhere.
Maybe it's in the room. We'll find out when we go into the room anyway.
Okay, so it says just go in there, does it?
Yeah, go to the transporter room, it says, and pick up the cable. Can we see a cable? We haven't been here before. We can't have been because we've just opened that up tonight. So
Yeah. Are you sure this walkthrough is quite thorough? Because what do you remember, Andy? I remember Andy's busy working on his game or something, aren't you?
Yeah.
You're not? You paying attention?
Watching.
I mean, I wouldn't.
I'm just watching.
All right, I wouldn't have blamed you. 'cause you've
bottom
already
right, is that the cable?
Yeah.
What, down there?
Yeah.
Okay, hang
Bottom
on.
right, is
Let
that?
me see
Up
what's
your head.
highlighting. Yeah, it's just that
You
there,
fail
isn't
to obtain.
it? Isn't it just that thing?
You fail to obtain anything.
Sort of hanging down there, look. Yeah, it's just fiddly.
You pick up a length of
Yeah.
cable.
All right,
It
because
says
that
go to the
walkthrough is
transporter
not
room.
accurate, because that's not the
Yeah.
transporter room.
It's missed a step.
Anyway.
Then use Spock's tricorder on the transporter console and then Spock himself on it. So use the tricorder on the panel.
Surprisingly, the transporter controls have escaped damage.
And now use Spock on same.
Oh, hold up. Oh. Okay.
The impulse engines are not generating any power for this system.
Head back to engineering via the weapons bay.
What? Well, how can we do that?
I think that's an instruction on how to get back to engineering rather than to say to take a particular route.
We can't go to the weapons bay.
Let's see what the map says, so we can puzzle what it means.
Turbo
Weapons
lift
bay's down
access
there.
is blocked by an extremely high radiation level.
I think you're supposed to beam in there.
Yeah,
Have you got another walkthrough just to like cross-reference?
I'll see if I can find one.
I'm heading back to engineering because we've got the 2 cables though.
Yeah. Oh, that one's incomplete.
You connect a length of cable between the impulse engine and the junction box.
So is that, so that's the same incomplete one.
Nothing happens.
That's the same incomplete one.
Which was the one you had, Andy? That was quite
between the
thorough,
regulator
wasn't it?
circuits and the junction box.
Well, I think we're all right. We've connected that up. What next?
On the walkthrough that we're using, let me go back to it. Use both cables on the holes under both consoles, exit right and down.
Okay. Done.
Head to auxiliary control via sickbay.
Yeah, on it.
Now it tells us to do 3 things. To use the laser thing on the panel, which we've done already. So now use Kirk on the panel. He should be able to open it because we've lasered
The
it.
panel opens easily.
And now use the hypo spray with oil on it.
The oil seeps into and loosens the debris.
And then use Kirk on the panel again.
There is nothing at the moment for me to do.
Sorry, I just missed it.
Good.
The gears are completely cleared of debris.
And now?
Walk up.
Okay.
The vent is far too small for any one of us to fit through. It is also blocked 0.3 meters inside the duct.
I'm just worried about not getting all the points, you know.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Nothing to report, Captain.
Okay.
Use Spock's tricorder on the right station.
This input-output slot for the record decks is still functional, Captain.
Then the middle one.
These are the auxiliary helm and navigation controls for the Republic. Though they are intact,
Finally, the small black console on the left.
Mr. Spock, what is the status of the ship's computer?
There is extensive damage to the main processing unit of the ship's computer. It will take several days at a starbase to repair.
We don't have several days, Mr. Spock.
Unless we can find a suitable computational alternative, there will be no way to control the ship's systems.
That's just great, Spock. We don't exactly carry an M5 computer in our inventory.
Correct, Doctor. However, there may be another alternative. Linked tricorders, along with the circuits in the data reader, should have the processing power necessary to control a single starship system.
Thank goodness for parallel processing. I don't know what computers could do without it.
And then finally, on the one on the left.
The impulse power allocation controls are functional, but there is no power available, Captain.
Pick up the record decks on the floor.
You take the record decks.
And then use them on the right station 3 times.
Oh, I thought you were going to say, now let's all have a disco. Sorry, what's
Spin those records.
Right, what are we doing? I'm going to use the record decks.
Yep,
Or the record decks.
record decks.
Oh, I don't know which one is which. I guess it's that one.
One's engineering and one's not. And that's the record decks, then the record decks use them 3 times.
Captain, I have examined the engineering journals.
Oh, that's...
According to Chapter 18,
wrong way.
we can run...
Jim, do we really need a lesson in starship engineering?
Spock, just tell me if they will help.
Why, yes, Captain.
Okay, now use the records 3 times. The records 3 times. Records doesn't sound right.
Captain
Recordings.
Stardate 6087.6. The Republic is currently approaching the Vardian system. Sensors have detected unusual energy fluctuations near one of the...
Yes, well, record is a verb, you know, and record is a noun.
Yeah.
But the problem is, if you use it with a second noun, then effectively it becomes an adjective. So then it just depends. Like a record deck would be something that you would record on, and
Yeah.
a record deck would be something that you would play something that was already recorded.
Yeah.
If you see
And
what I
those things are recordings. So use them another twice.
mean. Either way, we'll use them twice.
Either way.
Captain's log, Stardate 6087.8. We are under attack by 2 unidentified ships. I don't know how they could have approached undetected.
This is where we discovered that it was the Enterprise.
Captain's log, Stardate 6088.1. We have successfully driven off our assailants. Major damage has been sustained by our warp engines. Communications has reported that USS Enterprise is in sector.
Is that it?
Yes, now back in engineering, it says.
Do it once more for good measure.
Captain's log Stardate 6088.5. First Officer Andrade commanding. The Enterprise has inexplicably opened fire upon us.
There are no more log deck.
Yeah, I had a feeling we might have missed one there.
Hmm.
Anyway, that's it. There are no more. So what am I doing now?
Head back to engineering.
Right, so we don't connect the tricorders at this point.
No.
That's probably what caused the bug, eh? And then back to engineering, eh? Right, okay.
The bugs when you try to...
This turbo lift cannot reach
That,
that area of the ship.
What the tricorders do.
Yeah. Well, I'll save it at another point. I'll make a new save, just to be on the save side. Okay, we're at engineering.
So use Spock on the junction box and then scan the black area above the stairs.
All
So,
right, I'm just going to make
Just a
new
little
save.
point here.
Too many
It's made
games.
us
Save new game.
Set this up with the potential to
Replace
do
delete
this
previous game.
and leave the room without doing it and then come back afterwards to do it. So there's at least some awareness in the walkthrough
Oh,
about
there is
the-
another one at the start of 7, possibly. I don't know why. I don't know why I've got one called 8 as well. But anyway, I'll delete one of these.
Save new game.
Call it 7E for now. Okay, right. So use Spock. What?
use Spock on the junction box and then scan the black area above the stars, it says, but it means stairs.
Captain, the information obtained from the engineering journals indicates the correct impedance setting.
I've already read this. We weren't supposed to have read that, were we? Was I supposed to have read the engineering journals? You didn't actually.
Power has now been restored.
Yeah, you use them after you use the record decks.
All right, same.
So it's
problem.
fine. Yeah. So now scan the black area above the stairs again. So it must be using the tricorder.
Nothing to report, Captain.
Oh.
Impulse Impulse power is functional.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
Yeah.
Walk down twice. So
Well, out first. Then.
back in auxiliary control, sorry. Back in auxiliary control.
Okay, I know the way.
Back in the USSR.
Back in the USSE, more like.
Yeah. Okay.
Is this auxiliary power? Yes.
Yes. So, use both tricorders on the small black console, and then use Spock on the left station, responding with 2 and 2.
Spock crudely attaches the science tricorder to the computer console.
I think that's doing Spock a disservice. I don't think he'd do anything crudely.
Spock crudely attaches the medical tricorder to the computer console.
Both tricorders are rigged into the main computer's central processing unit. We now have enough computational power to control a single ship's system.
He's attached a Game Gear and an Atari Lynx.
Yeah, basically. Use Spock on the left station with...
That ship was cloaked.
Well, I've got an Alassi
Is that all
ship
you
turning
can
up
say?
now.
Yep.
And I suggest we try to raise the shields.
So use Spock
So
on here,
The left station, yep.
and he says, I can put power to this place.
With impulse power online and the tricorders performing computer control, I can divert power to...
Weapons.
What am I diverting to, Dave?
Option 2.
Shields.
Shields up, yeah?
Yep.
Shields are up, sir.
Captain, we are being hailed by the Alassi captain.
Put it on screen, Spock.
Well, if it isn't Captain Kirk. Fancy meeting you out here all alone in such a shabby starship.
What do you want?
You should be more civil, considering your Enterprise is far away on a mercy mission helping that poor traitor.
Is this a setup?
I can see why they made you Captain.
I assume since you haven't blasted us to bits, you want something.
Why, yes I do. It seems you failed to give one of my associates some rather important information.
The Masada, I presume. You want the locations of all your imprisoned comrades?
Yes, Kirk. The Republic's computers will have the data just as your Enterprise would. I give you 1 minute to comply.
Just try and get it. You can't threaten me. It will take time.
Choice
The
2?
controls
Number
are
2.
smashed and the
Yep,
main
number
computer
2.
badly...
Maybe I
Make it
should
so.
just pump a few torpedoes into your shields and check it out for myself.
That sounds like a
The
euphemism.
Republic will fall apart if you fire on us. Then you'll never get the data.
All right, Kirk. We'll do it your way. I would rather not kill you. Besides, as an old friend that wants to meet you, I give you 30 minutes. And remember, no tricks.
Captain, the
It
main
wants you
computer
to-
is far beyond.
Shut up, Spock.
30 minutes then. Kirk out.
It wants you to go to... It gives you instructions on how to get to the transporter room.
Right.
So if you get to the transporter room, I'm going to grab a drink quickly.
So you just want me to go to the transporter room, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I was thinking about like Picard the other day, Andy. I think,
Yeah.
you know what? It would have been, you know, a character they could have added would have been nice. Would have been Tom Paris's daughter. What was her name? Morale or
Yeah.
something like that. Is it Morale?
Yeah.
That's actually a name in Kazakh. Morale.
Is it?
Yeah. But anyway.
In the book series that like followed on when they decided they were done with the Next Generation era,
Yeah.
they did a lot with that character.
Oh, I see.
So... Then to the transporter room, then left. Feet sore yet. Use the power pack on the lot in the right wall. Top one. I don't know, it must mean slot in the right one. The top slot. Use the power pack. Yeah.
Yeah.
There, I guess.
Would it be possible to connect the fusion power pack directly into the transporter power circuits?
Fascinating. It can be done. However, the transporter will only be able to transport a single person.
Do it, Spock.
We didn't have that before, did we?
No, I remember that.
No, I don't remember it talking about a single person, though.
I don't remember that sound effect.
Mm. Okay, now?
Use Spock. So this is where it failed last time. Use Spock on the transporter console control 3 times.
And we're going to send the red
no
shirt.
stress.
This unit is fully functional, but I do not see the logic.
Do it again.
Captain, there are no coordinates set for the transporter. Captain, there are no coordinates set for the transporter. Captain, there are no coordinates.
Try a different part of the same console. Yeah, that's it. Ah, different area.
But I do not see the logic in using it at.
So keep using that particular area.
It's annoying because the bloody you've got to like move him out of the way.
Yeah.
I fail to see the. I fail to see the lot. I fail to see the lot. Captain, there are no coordinates set.
See, I've got to sort of move him out of the way and then,
yeah,
put him back in there again like
Captain,
that.
There are no coordinates.
You've got to be kidding me. Oh,
This unit is fully functional.
That is rubbish.
But I do not see the logic in using it at this time, Captain. The Enterprise is out of
This is
for transport.
This is it. Now I have found
He's doing
Star Trek 25th Anniversary Vengeance extended walkthrough written in 2004.
Yeah. Okay, you read that for a second. I'm going to have a quick pee.
Sure. We're on a time limit, by the way, so that's gonna do us some damage. So this one says use the record decks or the record decks on the rightmost computer 4 times, which is better than the last walkthrough. Use the engineering technical journals on the far right computer. Now go back to the engine room and use the junction box to restore power, which we did. Return to auxiliary control room to find all the machines active. Use the medical and science tricorders on the main computer, left the view screen, we did that. And the Lassie ship will now uncloak on the view screen. You're now on a time limit. Use the far left console to allocate power to the weapons. And use the left side of the center console, but not the blinking button. You'll learn that the torpedo bays are jammed. So,
right.
Alan,
yes.
Let me read out the bit of the extended walkthrough that deals with the bit where we are now. Use the medical, you'll recognise the bit we've just done. Use the medical and science tricorders on the main computer view, left of the view screen, and the Lassie ship will now uncloak on the view screen.
Okay.
It says in capitals, you're now on a time limit, so we're wasting time here at the moment.
Okay.
Use the far left console to allocate powers to weapons. Use the left side of the center console, but not the blinking button. You'll learn that the torpedo bays are jammed. Right. And it says, the next part isn't exactly well programmed and can make your game impossible. Pay close attention.
All right, we're back here and we're going to put the power on. Because I'm going to have to go back from where we were there.
Please select an impedance.
Spock? Captain, the information.
Go ahead and. Did you load the game? Sorry.
I did because we
yeah, that's fine.
I had to go back from where we were.
Yep.
Right.
So we'll try this walkthrough.
Now we'll
use the tricorder on the impulse engine.
Captain.
Has to be a bit high.
Nothing to report.
Look, has to be up
Nothing
there.
to
No.
report, Captain.
Where? There?
Nothing to report.
Or here?
Nothing to report.
We know there is, Spock. Don't tell lies to
There
us.
it is.
Here we go.
That is bad, isn't it?
Okay.
Nothing to report, Captain.
There, nothing to report. There, it's
power
okay.
is functioning, Captain. Impulse power
Yeah,
is
it's all slightly to the right. Okay, then.
Then it says out, and then go to auxiliary control room to find all the machines active.
Yeah, we
Now,
weren't
but it says
far
there's two
away.
ways you can do it. It says you want to do this the right way, so this is option 2. We'll do it the right way. So go back to the auxiliary control unit.
Definitely a good idea to do it the right way. I think we're all in agreement.
Yep. This is where you use the double tricorders.
But do I not have to use the do all this stuff with the?
We've done it already.
I've already done that. Yeah, I can't remember where we got up to. Yeah, okay.
Because he wouldn't know the impedance unless
You're right.
unless you had
Such impudence with his impedance.
Yes, use Spock's tricorder
On the console over here, right?
Yep.
Spock crudely attaches the science tricorder to the computer console.
Stop being so crude, Spock. Then use the medical one. That's it.
Spock crudely attaches the medical tricorder to the computer console.
And you know what to do with the Lassie.
The wee. I know what to do with a wee lassie.
Captain, look,
Did you say?
an Alassie ship.
The Elassie.
Is that all you can
Elassie,
say?
not the wee lassie. Don't go near wee lassies.
Okay. Sorry, what am I doing? Shields up, or am I doing go weapons first? Right.
Use Spock on that left. Use Spock on the left thing.
Yeah.
With impulse power online and the tricorders performing
Now I should
computer
try to
control,
use weapons
I
and
can
discover
divert
that there's
Yes.
a problem.
Weapons.
It won't discover the problem right away, but try weapons first of all.
Power allocated to weapon systems, Captain.
Now you use.
suggest we try to raise the shields.
Shut up. Use the left side of the center console, but not the blinking button. You'll then learn that the torpedo bays are jammed. That looks like it there.
With Kirk or who?
It just says use it. So
There's nothing
I
at the
guess so.
moment for me to-
Use Spock on it then, or just use it
There's
without
nothing at the
use it
moment.
without Kirk.
There's nothing at the moment for me to do there. There's nothing at the moment for. There's nothing at the moment for me to do.
These are the auxiliary helm and navigation controls for the Republic. These are the
You can't
auxiliary.
click it rather than use one of the characters.
Mr.
on it.
Spock, what is the condition of the fire control system?
Weapons control is functioning properly. However,
That's us.
Yeah.
there appears to
That
be
was
a
so
jam in the
fiddly, though.
primary loading
You
mechanism.
just wouldn't. I mean, this
Captain,
is.
the torpedo loading.
So don't click out of this. Leave it that way so that the timer's not running.
Examine the mechanism.
And I'll read out what it says now.
Lift access to the torpedo bay is blocked by a hull breach. It is imperative that
I'll
we
wait
get
till it
the
finishes.
weapons online.
So it. Oh, you clicked out of it.
No, it just
So does it do it itself when it reaches the end?
what clicks off.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you want to do this the way that you were meant to, allocate power to the shields right after you learn that the torpedo bays are jammed.
Right, which is what we just did. So now we'll raise the shields.
With impulse power online,
And then
and
we'll
the
know
tricorders
about the
performing
problem.
computer control, I can divert
Yeah.
power to.
I think it does
Weapons.
show you that. I mean, that's just that's just broken.
Yeah.
You know what it is? I was thinking about that. Why? How does this happen? And it's because it means that they didn't do good play testing. You know, they just did what they. You can play through it and complete it, and then so the
ran out
person
of
probably
time.
was told how to do it,
Shields are up, sir.
Okay.
and they just did it, and they didn't try all the
Captain, we are
possible
being
random
hailed by
different
the
things that other
Alassie,
people might try.
Put it on screen, Spock.
Well, if it isn't
What do you want?
you should be more.
It was a setup?
I can see why they made.
I assume since you have
Why? Yes, I.
the Masada, I presume.
Yes, Kirk. There are.
Just try and get it. You can't threaten me. It will take time. The control.
Maybe I should just.
The Republic will fall apart if you fire on it.
All right, Kirk.
Captain, the main computer is far beyond.
Shut up, Spock.
30 minutes then. Kirk out.
Now,
Right.
allocate power to the transporters.
Save new game. Replace previous game.
Which isn't a good idea, but I guess we're looking for the explanation of why it's not a good idea.
I don't think it's going to let me.
That's fine though. But we're going to get told that we can't do it, which is what we want. Spock's going to tell us that it's unwise.
Okay then.
I presume we're doing this to get points.
With Impulse Power online and the tricorders performing computer control, I can divert power to...
Weapons. Shield.
Nope.
Transporter circuits.
Yes.
Captain, the Alassi can surely...
He'll say,
detect the
"Oh, we
lowering
could
of our
use the
shields.
fusion power
They
pack."
will undoubtedly try to
Yes.
board us if we lower them.
Spock, what about the fusion power pack? Could we use it to power the transporter?
I believe so, Captain. It would require a connection to the transporter circuits in the main control console.
So, now run down to the transporter bay and go through the door on the left side. You're still on a time limit, but it's a much longer one.
Where am I going now? Transporter room?
Yep.
Okay. Come on, Kirk. Run like the wind. Right, I'm in. There we
Okay.
go. We're there. We're there.
And
You know what
use
this,
the
you know what,
inactive...
I hadn't thought of this before, but you know what this reminds me of a bit? It reminds me of flipping, what's it called? Is it Nightmare, that TV show? And
Oh yeah, yeah.
a
Eat
bit
the
like
food.
that. Yeah.
As long as it doesn't remind you of Crystal Maze. No, you're other right.
Anyway, we're on the clock. What are we doing?
So use the inactive transporter
Use the inactive transporter.
to control to learn they have no power.
Spock, please check out the transporter.
Yeah, what was your first clue though, Spock? I can see there's no bloody lights on.
Captain, there is no power allocated to the transporter.
Okay,
Now-
now we're going to use the fusion box
Yep, use the fusion pack.
in there.
Spock, would it be possible?
Fascinating.
Do it, Spock.
Right.
Now,
And then Red Shirt's going to go and unblock the torpedo.
yeah. So it says, now we know why we're sending the red shirt there. Well, maybe let us do it. Maybe that was the whole problem.
Yeah, well, no, that's what it said. That's what Andy said last time. He read about it. He said, if you don't know what you're supposed to do, it won't let you do it.
Yeah.
Even though I could probably tell you a dozen examples of things that we've done in this game that we didn't know.
Yeah, they didn't.
But it still let you do
So
it.
use Spock on the blue screen and then on the right side of the console.
Right.
Transporter systems are operational, Captain. Coordinates have been
Boom.
sent to the photon torpedo
Boom.
moving bay.
There you go.
And use Spock on the right side of the console.
Spock, please check out the transporter. Ensign Keege, I want you to beam into the torpedo bay
Ensign
and unjam
Keege.
the loading mechanism. If you don't succeed, we'll all be on permanent shore leave in an Alassi jail.
I'll do my best, sir.
Wow, this is the first time in 7 missions that the Red Shirt has actually
Spock.
done something useful.
And Andy's not here to see it. So this is now as far as we got ourselves without the walkthrough. Do we put the walkthrough to one side and save the game?
Loading mechanism.
The inner loading door is stuck in the closed position. Now, I can force it open, but when the loading cycle has begun, the room will lose pressure. We won't be able to beam back here again.
Do it, Ensign. We'll just have to gamble that the system doesn't jam again.
The door is open, Captain. I'm ready to transport back.
Beam him back, Spock.
Well, there weren't any choices there anyway, so
No.
yeah. But I say well, let's just play on.
Yeah, because now we're past the bit. We've
Still
learned
on the
nothing
clock,
from the
though,
walkthrough we
presumably.
didn't already know. So any viewers or anyone watching this on YouTube, we've used the walkthrough to get past a glitch to get to where we needed to be. We haven't used the walkthrough to get an advantage other than against the broken game, and now we are. Now we have weapons.
I like the way you talk about it as if anyone gives us stuff apart from us. But anyway,
we give us stuff.
We do. Right. Where am I going? Engineering. Am I going back to auxiliary?
Well, my suggestion is we blow the Alassi out the sky and see how that fails. Surely it will fail. Because we've just enabled weapons.
But we'd have to lower shields to do that.
I wonder if we can tell them we're lowering shields to do one thing and then lower the shields and fire the weapons. Save though, because it's going to get stuffed if we don't.
I've got a green light now instead.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to say save the game and then we'll try that. Ill-advised, violent plan.
Replace delete previous game.
But it does seem to make sense because we have just got the weapon systems working. So why would we get them working if it wasn't to blow that pirate out the sky?
Save new game.
Andy, welcome back.
Replace previous game.
Sorry, we had a mouse.
A mouse? Oh. You should get two.
I thought mice just stayed away if they smelt cats.
Well, they brought it in.
Oh,
right, okay. So we've successfully transported into the tube and back out and unblocked it.
Yeah.
We've now saved the game and we're now going to try and blow up the Alassi.
We've got a red light there, ready to fire. But I would
We've
guess
also
we'd have
decided
to lower the shields. But
yeah, we'll have to divert power from the shields. And how do we get away with that? But we've now put the walkthrough aside because we're now back to where we should have been last week.
Yes, nice.
It only took us 2 extra hours.
So should we just try and fire that button?
Yeah, try it.
What is the condition of the fire control system?
There is no power allocated to the weapons system, Captain.
Oh.
There is no response. There is no response.
Lower switch power to weapons and see what happens.
With impulse power online and the tricorders performing
weapons.
Captain, the Alassi can surely detect the lowering of our shields. They will undoubtedly try to board us if we lower them.
So it just doesn't let us do it.
These are the auxiliary helm and navigation. These are the auxiliary.
This is the photon torpedo.
Well, we don't know if they're shielded out.
Right, look, that's the photon torpedo launching control. If I use Spock on it more precisely, it might work.
This is the photon torpedo launching control.
Kirk.
There is no response. There is no response.
What about the
There is
red
no
shirt?
response.
Well, okay. Oh, we've got no tricorder anyway.
He looks at you with a puzzled expression.
Yeah, he's back to his usual useless self.
There is no response.
So how do we get them to either... Can we take the fusion pack and connect it somewhere else?
There is no power allocated to the weapons system, Captain.
I suppose that we could, now that we've used the transporter, we could go back and get the fusion pack. Shall we try?
Can we not use the communicator to get hold of the pirates? And tell them, yeah, we're lowering the shields to do something, and then trick them. Were we able to do that in the auxiliary room?
Possibly.
You fail to obtain anything. You fail to obtain... The fusion power pack is rigged into the transporter power circuit. The fusion power pack is... You fail to obtain anything.
No, we can't get it. I think we've had our hands held too long.
Yeah, I think try the communicator. See if we can use a communicator to contact the pirates and say we're lowering the shields to give you what you want, and then what you want's torpedoes. You bastards.
That sounds very Star Trek. We're going to beam the data over to you now or something, right?
This turbo lift
sorry, I need to go
cannot
to
reach that area
first.
of the ship.
Hail a lassie?
What are the other options?
Hail wee lassie?
Yeah.
Hail Enterprise or hail the lassie?
Try hailing the Enterprise. It won't work though.
They are jamming all frequencies, Captain.
Right. So now hail them.
Well, Captain Kirk, I trust you and your valiant crew have retrieved the data I requested.
Not yet. We're having trouble accessing all the data files.
I guess we're going to say, oh yeah, we need to beam it over.
Yes, we have. You'll have to beam over and get it, though. The computer subspace transmitter is out.
And he'll say, you know what he's going to say? He'll say, I'm no fool. You beam it over, right?
Let's see.
Not yet.
Is there an option 3? No, option 2 it is then.
Over and get it, though.
How convenient, Kirk. We'll beam over, but no tricks. My sensors read that only your shields have power. Lower them now.
We'll comply. Kirk out.
Okay, either way.
Weapons.
Okay, Spock.
With impulse power online and the tricorders performing computer control, I can divert
They think
power
we're dead in the
to-
water, don't they?
Weapons.
Power allocated to weapon systems, Captain.
Sensors indicate that the Alassie ship has lowered its shields. I suggest we prepare your surprise soon, Captain. They will beam over any moment.
Do it.
Kirk, I should have known you'd try something underhanded like this. Weapons Master, fire all weapons on the Republic!
We can, Captain.
Yeah, we get the shields up.
Systems offline. Captain, the Enterprise is coming on high-speed approach.
Activate cloaking device, Kirk, until we meet again.
Not too soon, I hope.
Watch yourself, Captain. It may be sooner than you realize.
Enterprise to Captain Kirk. Are you safe, sir?
We're fine, Lieutenant.
Sir, we picked up another ship nearby, and we came as fast as we could. It appeared to cloak. Were you attacked by Romulans?
No, Ensign. It looks like the Alassie have been doing some business with him. Scotty, beam us back. We need to find that ship that attacked the Republic.
Aye, Captain.
That was a success, I think.
It was. I bet we haven't got 100% though.
Are we finished though? Doesn't feel like a climax to me.
No. Perhaps it's
Captain
too
Spock,
parter.
Stardate 6089.6. We are in pursuit of the starship that destroyed the Republic. Its trail is leading us to the planet Vardane, a member of the Federation whose motives have not always matched the high ideals of other Federation cultures.
Captain, I did not expect to hear you judge an entire culture. I understand the Republic.
I had bad experiences with the Vardane long ago, Mr. Spock.
Fascinating. Captain, I am reading a Constitution-class starship heading for Vardane at warp factor 5.
Captain, its transponder codes match ours.
Oh.
Sensors indicate it is an exact duplicate of the Enterprise, including hull markings.
Open hailing frequencies.
Oh.
Increased warp factor 8. Send a message to Starfleet. Open hailing frequencies.
Shall we
Increased warp factor 8.
send a message to Starfleet? What do you think, guys?
I've got a feeling that they'll ignore hailing frequencies. But do we need to try it first?
Comedy activist says we just left that poor woman in the sick bay.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh dear.
Starfleet.
Oh wow, you're in Japan, comedy activist. Well, I'm in Kazakhstan, so I'm in Asia, not quite as far away. Early morning for me. So what are we doing? Warp factor 8.
Yeah, let's go straight after them.
That poor woman, yeah, absolutely right. I knew it was a friend of hers from school. She was a friend. I guess
We did stabilize her before we left.
Let's imagine we beamed her over.
Yeah, we beamed her over. That's what we did.
Whoever it is slowing to warp 3 and plotting an intercept.
Oh please, I don't want to have a stupid
Captain,
fight.
we're being hailed by the enemy ship.
Captain Kirk, this is the Enterprise 2. I am Dr. Ayaz Burdell of the Verdane Defense Force.
He looks a bit bored,
You
doesn't he?
do remember me, don't you, Captain?
I remember you. 10 years ago, when I was on the Farragut, we exposed your unethical practices to the Vardane Council.
The old Verdane Council. Politics is such a fickle business. The new one is much less concerned with trivial concerns. I remember your part in my disgrace, which is why when we began to construct our own Constitution-class ships, I insisted that we have our own Enterprise.
How did you manage to build a Constitution-class ship?
Did this really happen, Andy? Was there something in the real series? No?
No.
How did you manage to build a Constitution-class ship? Or...
You have 10 seconds to lower your shields and power down your weapons, or we will fire.
That's too aggressive.
How did you manage to build a... You won't get away with this. The Vardane can't honestly expect to take on the entire Federation.
We do have a third choice.
I'm still option 1, I think.
How did you manage to build a Constitution-class ship?
Our intelligence network is better than yours, Captain. How else does one gather secret information?
You are a member of the Federation. You have signed Federation treaties.
And we shall break them. The Federation's interference in our internal affairs is intolerable.
You must have been building that ship long before the Turgan crisis.
Captain,
I've got a feeling I know what's coming.
require justification.
I know, I'm not looking forward
They
to it
aren't
either.
supposed to be fun. You have your justification and I have mine. Don't take diplomacy so seriously. However, Captain, I do intend to enjoy myself. I do intend to enjoy seeing Lieutenant Kirk's ship go up in flames. I shall laugh at the sight.
We'll see who gets the last laugh, Bridell. I'm sure you would. You're a fool, Bridell. You can't defeat a trained Federation crew unless you ambush them. I'm sure you would. We'll see who gets the last laugh, Bridell.
Well...
Feel it. It's all going to result in the same thing.
I have noted that the Federation enjoys talking, Captain. You may talk yourself to your grave.
Damn, how do I raise shields?
Prepare to be destroyed.
Right, let's find out.
Able to comply, Captain. We're under attack. Unable to comply, Captain. We're under attack.
Arming weapons.
I need to raise the shields.
Looking it up. Tell the guy to hang on, we're reading the Starship manual.
Oh, P is pause. Okay, we're alright.
S for shields. Who would have thought it? S for shields.
Alright, we're in. I think we can press...
There are several Ilassi ships closing rapidly along with our twin. It seems Bridell has called up reinforcements.
Control idea.
Oh, this has gone laggy.
Falling! Our weapons are offline! Our weapons are offline!
I've got no weapons.
You need to fix them.
So you've got damage priorities, I believe.
Aye, sir.
Are you
B
actually
for damage.
speed or?
Yeah, I just did it there. I'm repairing the weapons now. I believe that's the
Okay,
weapons.
sorry, I was like...
Or should I repair the
Facing the
shields? I
manual.
don't know.
Aye, sir. Our weapons are offline.
Bloody hell, that was hard.
Load a previously saved.
Oh, you kidding me? Are you here? No, I did a different one. Just a second. I really don't like those battles.
No, they seem to be at odds with the rest of the game.
Apparently, in the sequel, it's optional.
Good.
With Impulse Power Online and the
Weapons.
Captain.
Oh no, we just hail them, right?
Yeah.
I hope we don't have points for rescuing that woman.
Well, Captain.
Not yet. We're having trouble accessing all the data files. Yes, we have. You'll have to be more...
How convenient.
We'll comply.
With Impulse Power Online and the tricorders performing computer control, I can divert power to
Weapons.
Power allocated to weapons systems, Captain.
Sensors indicate that the Alassi ship has lowered its shields. I suggest we prepare you a surprise.
Ideally, we want to save as close to that battle as possible because you're going to have to repeat it 20 or 30 times.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know if there is a way to save it at all, but perhaps there is during the dialogue, you know?
This might be this right there, just before you fire the phasers, might be the last point.
Yeah, although there's not much in it then, is there, anyway, in terms of the time?
Kirk, I should have known you'd try something.
We can't, Captain. Captain, the Enterprise is coming on high speed.
Activate cloaking.
Not too soon, I hope.
Watch yourself.
Enterprise to Captain Kirk. Are you safe, sir?
We're fine, Lieutenant.
Sir, we picked up another...
No incident.
Aye, Captain.
If you can't save it just before that battle, I mean, that really is very demoralizing.
Captain's log, Stardate 6.
Captain, I did not expect to hear you.
I had bad experience.
Fascinating. Captain, I am reading a constant...
Captain, it's
Sensors indicate...
Open hailing frequencies.
Captain Kirk, this is the Enterprise 2.
It's not letting me save it.
The old...
How did you manage to build a...
Our intelligence...
You are a member...
And we shall break...
You must have been building that ship long...
Captain...
We'll see who gets the last...
I have noted...
Save new game. Replace previous.
Raising shields.
Arming weapons.
So the good news is I was able to save it there, chaps.
Good. Because you were reloading that a lot.
Our weapons are offline. The shields are falling. Our weapons are offline.
We're screwed.
Indeed.
Aye, sir. Phasers repaired, Captain. Aye, sir.
The Enterprise has been destroyed. Load a previously saved game.
Arming weapons.
The shields aren't on.
Raising shields.
I know.
Save new game. Replace previous game.
There are several
They laid a glove on him at least. That time.
Save new game. Replace previous.
And this is just a matter of luck, isn't it?
Well, what I'll try and do, because honestly, it's like I can't be bothered going through it. If I manage to get a few hits in without getting too much damage, I'll save it and then carry on.
Weapons are offline. The shields are falling. Our weapons are.
Is it more difficult to do this while you've got OBS and Discord and all the rest of it running?
Not really.
Right.
Oh, hang on.
Aye, sir.
You keep going. You keep working on the shield, Scott. Keep them up.
Aye, sir.
Damn.
Save new game. Replace delete previous cancel. Save replace previous game.
So, okay, we'll use this one called 8. So I've got another one, 7A, and then this one, 8.
Aye, sir.
I'm just going to keep telling them, keep repairing the shields.
Aye, sir. Our weapons are offline.
Is that us or them?
Found a tip that says use the minus button to fly in reverse.
Oh yeah?
Aye, sir. Our weapons are offline. The shields are falling. Our weapons are offline.
Oh, that's no good. I've been too damaged to load that one in.
I think I noticed that the weapons are already damaged or something's already in red from the moment that you saved this the first time you got into battle.
Yeah. Damn. This one.
Yeah, look, we're already in big trouble.
Yeah, but that was. Well, what needs to be repaired then? The hull. I don't even know what all these icons are, you know.
Aye, sir.
The Enterprise has been destroyed. Load a previously saved game.
All these save games. This one? No. I can't remember which one it was. Yeah, okay. Well, there's still damage there, but...
Aye, sir. Engines repaired, Captain. Aye, sir. Our weapons are offline.
I've no idea what I'm supposed to be repairing or what, you know.
Aye, sir.
I don't know if this save game is helpful. I think you're loading it and we're already half dead.
Our weapons are offline.
I'm just going to see if I can get away.
Our weapons are offline.
I know that we have... but it was only fairly minor damage, that one though, Dave. Honestly, I thought so anyway.
Have a look. As soon as you load it, have a look.
Thing
Look
is
at the
that
left-hand side of the screen to see.
There's a way
I think
there's a way that you can make the ship go a lot faster, right? And I don't know how to do it. I think it was something like 1 to 8 or something.
The advice I've seen was hit the minus button until you're travelling backwards to make it easier to target them.
Right, okay. Well, look, I'll try this one more time. I know that we did get damaged, but still, I might be able to hit them.
Yeah. We're already...
I'm holding down the minus button now. I'm just getting absolutely hammered again though, look.
Yeah. Our shields are offline, our weapons are offline, dead.
That's
It's like the game's been quite difficult here and there, and then they think, in order to finish the game, let's put an absolutely impossible task in your way that's well beyond anything we've put in the game so far.
Well, we haven't had any practice at it either, and it's not even, you know, I mean, it's not an adventure.
We've only fought one or two at the most.
With Impulse Power Online and the
Load the...
performing computer control,
If you load the save that we were going back to, you can see the damage on the ship, and the shields are already orange, and there's red damage on the ship, so I think it's saved too late.
They will undoubtedly try. With Impulse Power Online and the tricorders performing computer...
Weapons.
Captain, the Elassie...
No, that's no good then. This isn't the right one, is it? Oh, okay, hang on.
Well, Captain...
Not yet. We're...
None of this matters.
You better...
I failed to see the lot...
Oh.
I failed to see the lot...
That's me just trying to rush it. Okay. I'll tell you what I'm going to do, guys, right? I'm going to clear out... I'm going to clear out some save games, right? So that I've got...
Yeah.
Save new game. Replace...
Room to save as many times as you want.
Yeah, like, I'll
Save new game. Replace previous game.
I think I just deleted one by
Delete.
mistake.
Cancel. Delete previous game.
Yeah, I just deleted 7A. I don't know what that one was, but I'll save it here now anyway. Okay, we'll delete that one.
Save new game. Replace. Delete previous game. Save new game. Cancel. Save. Replace. Delete previous
This
game.
menu's a pain in the ass as well.
Save new game.
Look, I just accidentally saved the game there.
Save new game. Replace. Delete previous. Save new game.
It's really laggy, this mouse as well.
Replace. Delete previous game. Save new game. Replace. Delete previous game. Save new game. Replace. Delete previous. Save new game. Replace. Delete previous game. Save new game. Replace. Delete previous game. Save new game. Delete previous game. Save new game. Delete previous game. Save new game.
I've just realised you should have backed up the game folder before you did this, just in case.
It's alright, I haven't been deleting the ones with 7, I've only been deleting the previous episodes mainly. So we're alright.
Save new game.
Right, this is what, right, we're just about to talk to them, right?
Yeah.
Well,
not yet.
You better.
With impulse power.
Weapons.
Captain, the
Huh? Did I do that wrong?
Not sure.
Well, Captain.
Not yet. We're having trouble. Yes, we have. You'll have.
How convenient.
We'll comply.
That's what you did wrong. That makes sense.
With impulse power online.
Weapons.
Power allocated to weapon systems, Captain.
Sensors indicate that the
Save new game. Replace previous game.
Kirk, I should have known you'd try something underhanded like this. Weapons Master, fire all weapons.
We can, Captain. Captain, the Enterprise.
Activate.
Not too soon, I hope.
Watch.
Enterprise to Captain Kirk. Are you safe, sir?
We're fine.
Sir, we picked up.
No, Ensign. It looks like the Alassi have been doing some.
Aye, Captain.
Oh, it's annoying. It's just not what I signed up for, is it? You know what I mean?
Yep, I agree.
Captain's log, Stardate 60.
I've sent you a guide that I found on how to do the last fight. And if we get to the point where tonight we're going to give up on it, then maybe read the guide for next time. Because I feel like we're at that point now, because 11:30. Frustrating.
Arming weapons.
Save new game.
I'm pressing the minus key. It doesn't seem to be helping.
offline. Our weapons are offline.
Damn, look, I just got it in there.
Yeah, it's that's where you want to get to with the minus, so that they're flying ahead of you, kind of thing. But how to get there, I don't know.
I think you know what it is, right? I think you're supposed to sort of swing around when you get them on the screen, then you press the minus.
There are several Elassie ships.
Aye, sir.
Try it like this.
There are several Elassie.
It's not exactly elite, is it?
No. I enjoyed Elite.
Yeah, I mean, what is that though? What is it? Where is the damage that I've been hit that I'm trying to repair?
Aye, sir.
It's shown on the screen.
Torpedoes repaired.
So you got the engines are glowing red, the impulsed engines are red.
Well, I know, I understand that, but when I press here, which one is that then?
So you've got shields,
Aye,
engines, torpedoes.
Aye, sir. Bridge repaired, Captain.
I seem to have repaired something there.
Aye, sir. Our weapons are offline.
This is fucking. I'm sorry to swear, but that is just
Load a previously saved game.
like it's just incredibly annoying because you can't. You're trying to. I don't even know. See, when I'm doing damage repair, I don't know what.
You moved away. See when you loaded there. See when you loaded the game there. He was in the right hand side of your screen and you went left.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I could do that. That would be. But you see the red on the Enterprise there, right?
Several
Yeah.
Elassie ships.
On, one of the nacelles, is it? I don't know what they call them. Well, which one is that?
Right, that's right.
Which one of these icons is that?
That.
That
One on
one?
the right hand side. Right.
That one?
Yeah.
Well, that's in the middle of the ship, though, isn't it? That thing?
No, that's the engine.
Aye, sir.
The
Our weapons are offline.
Oh, you bastard. I don't fucking believe it. Sorry, I'm getting a bit sweary now. But that was so unfair. I mean, it just finally he appeared.
Are you getting loud to the point you might wake Dean up?
No, she's at her mum's. She's
fine, fair enough then.
We're all good. It's a good, but very considerate of you, though, Dave. I appreciate that. But yeah, she's we went to her mum's this weekend, and she stayed an extra day. Have a bit of mum time, you know.
See what happens when you load it. I'm sure he's on the right hand side of your screen, so.
Yeah, that's true. Look, what I could do is just load it.
There he was. Yep.
Right. Okay.
It was...
So let me try. Okay, this is just ready.
Basically, you need to load it and then get straight onto him.
Yeah, I tried to go around over to him then, but
he's behind you. I think he goes immediately behind you as soon as you load the game.
So can't you go backwards and then spin round like 180 degrees?
There are several Elassie ships.
It's when these other fuckers it's really tough. They're firing like crazy, but they're actually not hitting me at this point.
Shields are falling. Our weapons are offline.
That means,
Our weapons are offline.
that means you're dead now.
Aye, sir. weapons are offline.
Honestly, it's just it's a joke. I'll try this, right?
Are you moving forward or are you stationary? Because right now you look like you're going fast.
I have no idea. It doesn't. There's no indication of what speed I'm going.
There are several Ilasi ships closing rapidly.
Oh, that's just a joke. Look, I'm finally getting somewhere. Look at that. That's ridiculous. Just now I'm dead in the water.
You've still got shields, and you just repair your engines.
Okay, I'll humour you, but I'm going to die any second.
Yeah.
Our weapons are offline. Aye, sir.
I've got no weapons.
Aye, sir.
No chance there. None at all. The only chance is like if you just get lucky.
Yeah.
I don't know how I control the speed of the ship or anything, and like trying to circle around.
Yeah.
There are several.
Aye, sir. Aye, sir.
It'd be tempting to save it at this point, wouldn't it? Just. That bloody grid mess. It's very annoying as well.
Our weapons are offline. Our weapons are offline.
Oh come on!
Our weapons
Oh
are
come!
offline. Our weapons are offline.
That is a joke. It's just a complete joke.
The Enterprise has been destroyed.
It's really ruining the game for me. This. It's not like it's even fair, you know.
I would
even
suggest.
Slightly. Doesn't even feel like even if I was any good,
Yeah.
that it would be. It would be.
I would suggest that we finish for tonight. It's 20 to 12. It's too late, and that between now and next week you have a look at least at the link that I've put in your Discord, and see if you can find any other guides to how to do this. There's got to be a trick or a way to do it, or some kind of understanding that happens, because I feel like you could do this for hours tonight and not get anywhere.
Yeah.
Unless you learn something, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I mean, I'm literally just waiting to get lucky, really. Because I'll tell you what else is annoying, right? This screen has got a radar on it. Then you've got this tiny view screen, and if you turn it off like this, then you can't see the radar.
Our weapons are offline.
See, that's useless. Is there a speed control then?
There are several Ilasi ships
Yeah.
closing.
So speed is controlled by the number keys. I think
That's what I
Let me find
thought,
it.
yeah.
Yeah. So you've got reverse is
Our weapons are
it goes stop is 1, slow is 2, all the way up to 0 is 5, and reverse is the key underneath escape to the left of 1 is supposedly reverse. So that minus thing is perhaps nonsense that I've read.
Our weapons are offline. Torpedoes repaired, Captain. Our weapons are...
This is just, I mean, this
The Enterprise has been destroyed.
completely
Previously saved.
ridiculous.
Aye, sir.
Oh yeah, that's useful.
Our weapons are up.
This is
The
just
Enterprise has
absolutely
loaded previously
impossible.
saved game.
I mean, I don't mind having a quick go, but a couple more goes. But yeah, perhaps I'll practice it next time. In the meantime, perhaps we should. How about we finish up with a quick Star Wars quiz then?
I need to really.
I've got work in the morning. I'm already much later than what I should be. We'll need that next week when we fill up the time, because we should finish this fairly quick next week.
Gee wish. Well, listen, I might. If I manage to do this, I mean, I'll have to do some practice. But if I manage to do it offline, then I'll just.
Yeah.
Oh come on!
We might end up watching a YouTube video of the end of it. I mean, it might end up being that way, because there's no enjoyment in this. But it's now 40 minutes after we're due to finish. I'm going to bed.
Aye, sir. Torpedoes repaired, Captain.
So frustrating.
Aye, sir.
You know what? I made a little bit of progress here. I'm just gonna
Save new game. Replace previous game.
Aye, sir. Our weapons are up. Aye, sir. Torpedoes repaired, Captain. Aye, sir. Phasers repaired, Captain.
I wasn't repairing something then.
Load a previously saved game. Restart the game. Quit the game. Load a previously...
Yep. Stop, please.
I understand, but you see here, right, that damage there, I don't think I'm repairing the right thing.
Aye, sir. Our weapons are offline. Shields are falling. Our weapons are offline. It's repaired, Captain.
I'll try and do it myself.
I would read the guides first. I would read up on it first.
Yeah.
Because I don't feel as if you're any better now than you were.
Well, I'm not. But the thing is, it wouldn't even matter if I was better at it, because it's not even something that rewards you for that. As far as I can tell, it's a question of getting lucky.
Yeah. And knowing what to do from the very second you start.
Some sort of a glitch. Some sort of a glitch.
So if anyone has stayed with us through that wonderfully enjoyable session, our apologies. We didn't make the game.
Some people do enjoy watching others suffer, you know.
Yeah. Well, they certainly got plenty of that. I need to go to my bed. I'm so tired.
Hey, no problem, man. No problem, Dave. Yeah, let's end the stream there. Just give me 1 second. We'll do the
Good night, folks. See you next week.
Live long and prosper.
All right. Live long and prosper.
All right. Bye-bye.